All right, everybody, it's good to be with you. I'm recording this just before Thanksgiving, and just want to wish you a happy Thanksgiving and hope you have a great time with your families. Today, I'm going to be training you on the learning assessment because we would like to invite everybody to take the learning assessment online this semester, which means that every single one of your students need to have an LDS account and that they need to have logged into it. So I would suggest that the week after Christmas you take some time and make sure every single one of your students has an LDS account and can log on to it. In fact, I might take a day to do that in seminary to make sure everybody has access to their LDS account. Now, as we go through this, you need to go to the seminary.lds.org website, and that's where you're going to begin for you to learn about the learning assessment. Now when you get here, there is a tab called Training, and you're going to click on that tab and it's going to bring up a new it didn't do that. I'm wondering why. That's awesome. Good. You can see that I actually have some this service is currently unavailable. How funny. Let's try it through my LDS account. Let's actually log in here. So I'm going to log into my account and see what I can come up with, and we'll go from there. Awesome. So let's see if we can go to seminary.lds.org, and with me on my own account here, it'll show me up here in the right hand corner that this is my account. If I go to training, there it is. All right, see? Sometimes weird things happen on your computer and you can figure it out. So when you go down into here, you'll notice that down at the bottom there are Seminary Learning Assessments. So you can click on that tab and it's going to take you to the place where you can learn about everything you need to know to do the learning assessment, either digitally or with a paper copy if you absolutely can't have a student do it online. Now you can take it in class together online on devices, or you can have them do it at home. That will be up to your choice. Now if you go to this thing called Training and Resources, once you get there and you go in here, there's going to be a lot of things about best practices and learning assessment software. And what I want you to do is I'm going to take you through administering the learning assessment. So I'm going to do the online demonstration, and so it's going to load the course that you could obviously load for yourself on how to print or administer online. And so when we take a look at this, if I click this arrow, it's going to tell us what we're going to learn today. We're going to set up an online assessment, print assessments and answering sheets, and scan and email assessments. So we're going to do it online, so you won't really need to scan or email those things. We want to be able to, first off, you need to go to la.ldschurch.org. Now once you do that, it's going to ask you to put in your LDS account username and password and then press the sign in button. So once you've gone to la.ldschurch.org, you'll sign in with your LDS username and password. What'll come up is a screen that will have your program or your class in it and the program. So you'll see it in the drop-down menu, and you should only see your particular class at this time. Now, click the checkbox right there from your class, and then what you're going to do is you're going to then click Give Assessment. That'll actually make the assessment available to all of your students. So right here, for those that are going to do the online assessment, and we hope everybody will, you're going to do the following. Click Have an LDS account, which is a little button right there, and they need to have one. So that's why I want you to go through and take some time with the students to make sure they have one. And then you'll check, hopefully all your students will be checked here on the side with their names, and then you'll click Enable Online Assessment. Okay, so click the Have LDS account, check the boxes, and then click Enable Online Assessment. Once you've done that, you're going to be given a link a link that you can email to all of your students that they can click on. And once they've done that, then the easy part about it is that they can literally click on that link. It'll take them to the sign-in page. They'll go to the LDS username and their password. They get in, and immediately it'll allow them to begin to take the assessment. Now, once you have copied this assessment link, you can go ahead and close what you're doing. Now, for time today, if you're going to do printed assessments, then what you would have to do is I need you to basically then I'm slaughtering it today. So anyway, it's going to be a lot more work if you want to do printed assessments, and it would be totally easier for everybody. But if you need to, you can then go in here, click all students, and then print assessments. And obviously you can go through, print those for every single one of your students. And then go to your printer wherever you're printing these off and print it off for your students. And of course that makes it pretty easy. And then when you're finished, you can close out the actual assessment window up in the right hand corner right here. Now you'll also then need to print bubble sheets. So you'll notice on the right hand side of it you would print the bubble sheet, and then obviously click the printer sign at the top of the page in your browser and print the bubble sheet. So it's going to say 16 pages, 32 pages. You're going to click print, and what will happen is it'll print one off for every single one of your students. And you'll note that the student's answer is the student's first name and the first two letters of their last name. And then obviously you'll close the bubble sheet screen when you're done, to making sure that that's done. Now, for printed assessments, when students have completed the assessment, scan the answer sheets and email the digital copies to la.ldschurch.org. And there's some information about how to scan those in so that you can get them emailed off. It's pretty easy, especially if you do it digitally. And your kids can do it digitally in class on a mobile device, or they can do it basically at home and have help, and maybe even make it a family experience. Now, one thing of note, when they do their essay question, they will not be able to give a short answer. It's going to have to be long enough to where at least 40 characters, to where then the button that allows them to move on will highlight, and they can click on it when they actually take the assessment. But if they just give some short answer, it won't let them move on unless they give a long enough answer. And obviously then you can go through and check for credit and whether they got the points of doctrine and things like that. So, all right, just a short video today on how to do the assessment, and hopefully you'll take some time to do that. And I hope this is kind of an administrative video, not much of an enjoyment video, that's for sure. But I hope you'll take time to go through and learn how to give the assessment to your students. And particularly after Thanksgiving, spend some time making sure everybody has an LDS account and username and can get in to their account. All right, have a great day.